Hello and welcome back to another video on the channel, and as you can see from the title, this is what I'm currently watching in April 2025. I love talking about dramas I'm watching. I love hearing from you guys what you are watching, what your opinions of stuff that you're watching, and that is what you're going to get in this video. You're going to get what I'm currently watching, you're going to get my opinions of it, and you're also going to get some of what I plan to start in the next month or so. If you like that sort of topic when it comes to Asian dramas, please stick around. Write in the comments what you are currently watching. Write if you disagree or agree with what my opinions are and what I'm currently watching. Let me know. Now, I will say April has been quite the whirlwind when it comes to me watching dramas. If you watched my previous video in March, you know I'm been kind of dealing with some things and I haven't been watching a lot of stuff. April has been the opposite. This is my get my dramas off my current watch list episode, as well as my rewatch month. I have been trying to get dramas off my current watch list in order to bring in new ones, and I also have added some rewatches to my current watch list due to plans I have in the future to talk about those dramas. That is what I have been doing in April, and I have a lot of variety that I'm watching. I have a lot of things I want to talk about. So let's just get this video started. This is what I'm currently watching in April 2025. If you have never been to this channel or watched this video or anything, quickly I'll run through my format. I talk about Korean dramas and variety shows, then I talk about Chinese, then I talk about Japanese, anime, Thai, Taiwanese, and then at the very end, if I'm watching any English-speaking shows, I'll talk about those. And then at the very, very end, as I said, I'll bring up some things I plan to add to my watch list. That is the rough outline of these videos. Everything is timestamped, so you can kind of skim about if you want to hear certain opinions of certain dramas. Let me know what you think. All right, let's get started. The first thing I'm going to talk about is Korean dramas. I'm currently watching 3. Some are new, some are airing, and some are a rewatch for me. The first one I'm going to talk about is the crime Korean drama Connection. This is the one that stars Ji-sung that aired last year. I loved this. I watched this as it aired last year. It's one of my top Korean dramas of 2024. You can go and check that video out. I do have that on my channel as well. I'm rewatching this because I'm recording a podcast episode for it in the future, and I need to rewatch it because it's very detailed and I have forgotten some things. This is still, I think I've watched 3 episodes so far. I still love it. As much as I loved it in 2024, I still love what I'm watching so far. This is by far my favorite Ji-sung role, and I can see why I love this drama as I watched in 2024. Ji-sung's acting in this crime drama is phenomenal. It's just phenomenal. It really stands out. This crime drama, if you don't know, is about a cop who gets forcibly addicted to drugs in Korea, and he works for the drug unit. He has to not only investigate who drugged him and why, he also has to kind of hide his addiction from his unit, from his fellow police officers. And that causes a lot of anxiety. I had a lot of anxiety watching this drama the first time because there was such good cliffhangers and it was very high tension because you didn't know what was going to happen. Now, because I'm rewatching it, I kind of do know what's going to happen. It's not as anxiety filled as first time watching, but I still highly recommend it if you have not watched this because it's unique in terms of when is the last time you've seen a drama about a cop who's addicted to drugs and works for the drug unit? Never. I mean, knowing the fact that Korea has very strict drug laws, it was a unique concept. I remember when this was announced and I was like, huh, how are they going to pull that off and make it intriguing and interesting? And let me tell you, Connection, they made very intriguing and interesting. I'm excited to be rewatching this. I'm excited to talk about it in a future podcast episode. I hope I like it as much as I did in 2024. I don't rewatch things a lot of the times because I'm always afraid I'm not going to like it as much as I did on my first watch. We'll see how that goes. So far, so good though. I'm watching 2 other Korean dramas. The first up is Buried Hearts. It ends next week. This is by far one of my favorite things I'm watching currently. I'm very curious how this is gonna end. I'm also really surprised I have not been spoiled on it. I was spoiled on some things in the beginning. I'm on episode 4 or 5, and since it ends next week, I'm hoping this sticks the landing. I'm praying it sticks the landing, because if it sticks the landing, it will probably be one of my favorite Korean dramas of 2025, and I know this in April. Park Hyung-sik in this drama is killing it. Standout performance. I think this is one of my favorite, if not one of my favorite roles of his, my favorite role of his. He is doing so well in this, and the story I think is intriguing. If you are a fan of Makjang, crazy plot, birth secrets, revenge story, you should check this one out. It does have some company politics that stand out in the beginning, and I'm sure follows through the entire drama, but the family drama, what comes behind those politics, is just so juicy and so good, and I love this. I love this. The last drama that I am watching is The Art of Negotiation. I clicked play on this because Lee Jae-hoon's character has white hair, and he intrigues me. And I will admit I haven't watched much since I clicked play. I've only watched the first 2 episodes, and I'm really behind on this because it ends next week. I kind of think I'm just going to plan on watching this slowly. Hopefully I'll get it done by the end of April, or at least by the time I make my May current watch list video. I'm still interested in his character. I'm still interested in the story, especially his character, because I'm intrigued what mystery he has in his past. It is very, very company politics heavy. It's basically about a team that works in mergers and acquisitions. I think that's what M&A stands for. And what's interesting about this drama, though, is it is scripted as a procedural crime drama. Every episode, the team that he has built gets a crisis, and they have to solve it by the end of the episode. I'm curious if that's going to stick, if that's the path the drama is going to take for the entirety of the drama, or are they eventually going to encounter a problem that will be multiple episodes long? Like, for example, Lee Jae-hoon's character past. There's some mystery around his character that I'm sure is going to be needed to be discussed at some point in this drama. At least, hopefully, it's discussed by the end of this drama. This drama isn't for everybody. I'm probably going to stick with it for now because his character intrigues me, and I like Lee Jae-hoon. I like him as an actor. It's probably going to end up being a solid drama, but probably not something that I would recommend or is my favorite thing of the year. But I still don't want to drop it yet. I don't think I'm ready to say goodbye yet because I am still curious about some things. Those are all of the Korean dramas I'm currently watching. I am watching one Korean variety show slowly. This I will probably be talking about for a fair number of months, and that is the season 2 of Please Take Care of My Fridge, or reboot, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes I think it's a season 2, sometimes I think it's a reboot. I personally see it as a reboot. I am biased with this show because I loved the original before it went off the air in 2016, 2017, something like that. I was really excited when they announced that they were going to bring this back. If you don't know what this show is, basically celebrities come on the show. The show brings their entire fridge, the entire refrigerator from their house intact, nothing changed, into the studio. The celebrity guests explain what is in their refrigerator, and then 2 chefs on the show choose to work with the fridge and have to make a meal in 15 minutes. I know a lot of the celebrities that have come on the show. It's a very popular show, even from the original and the reboot. I know a ton of the chefs because they were in Culinary Class Wars, the cooking show from last year that was really popular. I love this show, and I'm watching it slowly, like maybe episode or 2 every week or so. So I think I've watched 10 episodes at this point. Right now, what's planned is 24 episodes according to Netflix, which means it will end sometime in June. Some of the guests that I've heard that I have not watched yet, but are heard coming on the show are J-Hope is coming on the show at some point. Dex from Singles Inferno is going to be on the show. And then Lee Da-hee, who is currently in the airing Korean drama, the Divorce Insurance one on Amazon Prime. She's also going to be on the show with her refrigerator. So I'm looking forward to certain guests and seeing how the guests work with their fridges and what food these people have in their fridge, because it's always entertaining if they get a fridge and they open it and it has like nothing in it except for the bare minimum, and then the chefs have to figure out a meal with the bare minimum. Or it's like an abundance of food that they don't know what to do with. I find this show really entertaining. It might not be for everybody, but I have always loved the show. And again, as I said, I'm biased because I love the original too. That is the Korean variety show that I'm watching. Please take care of my refrigerator. Next, we're going to talk about some Chinese dramas. I'm watching two. One is Scarlet Heart, the original Scarlet Heart from like 2011, which Moon Lovers, the Korean, was the remake of. I am still watching this. I have to finish it in 2 weeks due to a podcast recording. Basically, I'm going to be binging like 30 episodes in the next 2 weeks to hopefully get it off my current watch list. I've made progress on this drama since I clicked play, though. It's not like I'm starting from the beginning. As we know, Chinese drama episodes can vary from 12, 14 if you're watching a crime one, all the way up to 60, 70, 80, depending on the era that you're watching. The newer Chinese dramas obviously have about 25 to 40, the 40 episode cap, but Scarlet Heart obviously was made in 2011. It has a longer episode count. I do need to get my butt in gear and watch this though, because I am behind. I am liking this drama more than I thought I would though, because I just thought that, oh, this is not going to be for me. It's just something that I'm not in the mood for, and I'm wrong. Clearly, I am in the mood for palace politics. Between Buried Hearts, this, and the other Chinese drama I'm watching, I am very much in the mood for palace politics, because this is in full swing palace politics. I will say, though, it has a lot more comedy in the beginning than I thought it would, and I'm just waiting for the comedy to not be there anymore, because I'm sure that we're going to hit a point that it's going to just be tragedy. Because the female lead, if you guys don't know what Scarlet Heart is, it's about a woman who gets into an accident in present day China, and she gets time traveled back in a way to historical China, and her soul is put into a body of a sister of one of the concubines who are living in the palace. She is now possessing this body in the palace, and she interacts with the princes and the king and the concubines and everything. And in some aspect, I have not done much research on like who these people actually were, but it's very clear that they were real people in her world, and she's learned about these people in her history class. There's been times in the first 5 episodes where she's like, oh, I know how you end up in your life, and she knows deaths and disease and wars that are coming up and who hates who and who's going to fight who. And with her having these dialogues of feeling sorry for these people she's meeting, you know the tragedy is coming at some point, and you know the betrayal or the fighting will start eventually. I'm just waiting for that to happen, but right now there's still a lot of comedy. Who I think is the equivalent of Lee Joon-gi's character from Moon Lovers. I'm excited to see them interact more because I'm still in the space of the drama where they haven't had a lot of interaction, but the equivalent, the prince, is at least interested in her, and you can see that he keeps glancing at her and having small interactions with her. So I'm excited to see how they will interact more and their relationship will bloom, I guess is the right word. But for now, she's kind of just running around the palace, interacting with a lot of people. I'm kind of ready for some romance to start. I'm intrigued because I'm curious who's going to end up with who's going to fight who's going to betray who. They also made a season 2 of this. I don't know how the ending of season 1's going to be because clearly a season 2 needed to happen. Granted, I know that Scarlet Heart was a very, very, very popular when this aired. Obviously, they made a season 2 because it was really popular, and the season 2 is in present day. Clearly, something happened in season 1 where whoever she is supposed to have a romance with didn't get a happy ending or something, and they needed to do a season 2 and for them to get that happy ending. I don't know, but I'm intrigued. I'm enjoying this a lot more than I thought I would. The other Chinese drama I'm watching is Love Like the Galaxy. I am rewatching this. I definitely know what's happening. I am a huge fan of this drama. I love Love Like the Galaxy. I'm rewatching this for a podcast episode I'm going to be guesting on in the near future. I'm watching this slowly as well, maybe like an episode a day or so, because I don't need to finish it for a while. I remember when I first watched this that I liked the second half more than the first half because there is comedy in the first half. Comedy is just not for me. I'm very, very particular with my comedies. I don't watch a lot of rom-coms. There's a lot more comedy in the first half of this drama, but I love in the second half when it gets more angsty and more tragic. Clearly, I have a thing for palace politics right now in my current watch list. I also remember hating the female lead's mother. I'm not looking forward to rewatching this and hating her all over again. But I do love the Emperor, and I do love the Emperor's wife. I'm excited to revisit them. Of course, Wu Lei is in this, and I love his character. This is probably one of my favorite roles of him and his romance with the female lead. I love it. It's great. I always get invested. I'm excited to rewatch this. I think that I will like it just as much as I liked it the first time because it wasn't a perfect drama for me, but still is one of my favorite Chinese dramas of all time. I'm excited to revisit all the characters and the love story, and it's also beautifully shot. I love the cinematography of Love Like the Galaxy and the costumes. I watched episode 1 yesterday, and in episode 1, Wu Lei's character taking the cape and dramatically putting it over his shoulders. Beautifully shot. Amazing scene. That is the 2 Chinese dramas I'm currently watching. And then lastly, I am still watching My Happy Marriage, the anime, season 2 of My Happy Marriage. I have finished all the other animes from my current watch list that I talked about in March. This one just got put on the back burner because I was trying to finish some things. I was trying to get stuff off my current watch list. As I said in March, I should not have watched this as it aired. The slow pacing of the start of this anime did not help me on wanting to continue watching it. Granted, I know if I binged it, I would like it more because obviously it could go to the next episode right away and the story would flow better. I'm excited to binge it. I loved season 1. I'm hoping I'll at least like this as much as season 1, but I do need to finish it. I'm really behind. I'm on episode 2. I have not made much progress on My Happy Marriage. I hope to complete it by the end of this month because what I normally do is I watch drama episodes and then I'll hit a certain time at night where I don't want to go to bed yet because I'm not tired, but it's too short of a time period to watch a full drama episode. I just put on an episode of an anime instead. This is what I'll probably do with this one, and then I'll finish it by the end of April. I'm excited to see how I'll like it by the end. I'm just hoping that I can get into it more than what I have. I think I've watched the first 2 episodes, and the pacing was just off, and I had other priorities to finish. That is all that I'm currently watching right now, but here are some things that I plan to add to my watch list in the next month or so once I get some things off my current watch list. I'm planning on at least getting My Happy Marriage Season 2 and Scarlet Heart and what is the other one? Connection off my current watch list before the end of April. I've talked about Hyperknife and Karma. Those are 2 current Korean dramas that I have on my list to watch and to add to my current watch list. I do plan on watching those. I also mentioned last month that I do plan to click play on Heartless City. That is definitely happening this month, or at least, if not this month, definitely May. Coming up, I also need to watch the Erased anime and the Erased Japanese drama because I have a podcast episode for that. I've seen the Japanese drama before, one of my favorite crime dramas. I've never seen the anime version. I'm curious to watch them again and compare and contrast those. Also gonna plan on rewatching Flower of Evil, which I've rewatched 3 times now, but I'm also gonna rewatch it for a podcast episode. Squid Game Season 3 is coming out in June. I still need to watch Season 2. That's on my list. And then I also have Medical Examiner Dr. Chin, The Survivor, which I want to start in the next month or so. And then Moonrise, which is an anime that came out on Netflix this week, I think. Once I finish My Happy Marriage Season 2, I want to start Moonrise because I've heard really good things about it. It's, from what I can tell, it's a space anime and there's a lot of action and fighting, and that's pretty much all I know. I try to not watch reviews of things that I haven't watched yet that I want to watch. Granted, I watched some on Karma, and I've heard good things about Karma due to the reviews that I watched. So those are all the things that I plan to add to my current watch list or click play on once I get some things off my current watch list. And that is the end of the video. If you guys want to comment on my opinions or what I'm currently watching, please in the comments, comment away. Tell me what you are currently watching, what you have recently clicked play on, what you are loving. Let me know. And I will talk to you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.